Oh boy, it's time for Spooktember, and Halloween is coming up. And you know what that means. It's time for some kitty horror show. It wouldn't be Spookloween Spectacular without one of her fantastic games. So the README declares that this is basements and that it gets awful cold down here. So there's an epilepsy warning, a volume warning, and a motion sickness warning. We've got animal death, self-harm, and house fires. So if any of those things freak you out too much, and that's okay. There's such a thing as getting freaked out too much on Halloween, then you should probably boogie on. Catch me next week. But let us begin without further ado. Oh boy. Excuse me? Oh, baby Jesus. What? What even is this? Okay. I can run and jump, apparently. Oh, God. Oh, I do have the volume turned down. Oh, okay. Jesus Christ. Why did it just fucking dump me into this, man? Oh, holy fuck. Alright. So this is just happening. This is my new nightmarish experience. I don't know what happens if I fall off. I don't want to know, so I'm just not going to. There appears to be a rabbit over yonder. Oh god, does it have eyes? It appears to have semi-modeled eyes. Oh boy, who wants some noise? Oh, that's okay. Alright, sorry. I'm just a little fascinated with the lighting here. It seems like there's some sort of like a lighthouse pattern. The light seems to travel in some sort of regular existence. Oh god, it's got teeth. I seem to have made something very, very upset. Okay, it's got teeth. It almost seemed like it got further away when I got closer to it. Alright, let's do some exploring. Some of these structures fade in and out of existence, but others of them seem to be permanent. So can I walk through? Okay, I can walk through the semi-permanent spaces. This almost looks like it's a door, maybe? What happens if I walk into it? Okay, nothing seems to happen when I walk into it. You know what? I'm just going to stand in it. You know, what could possibly go wrong? Nothing, apparently. Good. I'm perfectly content if this is like all it is, just like a purely experiential thing. Oh god. Okay, alright, good. For a second there I was kinda trapped in the pit. Oh god, fuck it. I'm just gonna not look at the rabbit. Oh good, there's another one. Oh good, it's not only one, but it faces all 4 directions at the same time. That's just what I fucking wanted. Christ. Alright, here appears to be another door. Is there an interact button? I don't think so. Oh fuck! Jesus Christ. Oh god! She clamps a hand down on the bleeding wound in her side, feeling remotely that it is not her hand, but the hand of the machine which she pilots, and that she, a small vulnerable presence within the machine's skull. The machine rises to its feet over many long, laborious moments after many long, labored breaths, and begins walking forward, its legs expanding and contracting. Flashfire signals of electricity throw down from her throne in her skull to tell the knees when to bend and when to open, but the machine is not operating at full capacity. It is dragging itself forward, crippled and broken. It has no destination, and it has no reason to operate at full speed. She could approach one of these dark houses, pound on its walls, or kick through her great mechanical strength, but there is some part of her that knows to do so would only mean a slow, ignominious death at the couch of some reticent stranger. She could keep walking up the street, but she doesn't know what lays around the curve, what new landscape of shadow-dashing knife throwers she might find beyond the nearest fire hydrant or streetlight or corner house or cul-de-sac. She looks back, or rather turns the head of her machine to look back, in search of the knife she plucked from her side and threw away. Already, it is gone, dissolved into a smoke serpent impression in the sidewalk behind her, and thus it has betrayed her. It sank into her flesh and tasted her blood. One would think at the very least it would grant her a favor in return. The machine opens its mouth to the sky and emits a grating rusted sound, a howling of metal, a laugh, and a scream, and it lets its hand down from its wound and the blood that pours out of it is red, not black, and thick like mud, and the operator in the machine's head, I can't move backwards anymore, takes her hand from the controls because control is futile now, and the machine is not a vehicle now. It is a prison within a prison, in its own entity, its own creature locked inside a maze. It is powerless to negotiate. She can neither help it nor be helped by it. The howl it lets out bangs against the sky, echoing back at her, shaking the motionless trees, grating against the skin of her spine until the follicles of her hair stand erect as she clamps her hands to her ears and lets out a scream of her own. Stop, she screams. Stop, she screams again, because the first scream was not enough. Stop. Okay. Can you try to move beyond this? I cannot. Oh! I'm trapped, and it appears that things are moving in. As if to visually represent the story we have just heard. Okay. I can still jump. It just doesn't matter what I do. Maybe I can move beyond one of these if it sinks low enough? Maybe this one. Or in between them. Apparently not. Am I trapped in here? I'm just gonna. Oh, fuck. Pardon me, Garçon? Okay. I appear to have made the game upset. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I just wanted to see if there was something else that could happen. Okay, I'm just gonna... Alright. Enjoy basements without interruptions. Oh, thanks, Fast. Let's try that again. Okay, so escape to leave a sub-scene or exit the game. I pressed escape. Do I have to press it multiple times? Maybe. That's fine. We'll just go right back into it. Oh, God. Oh, that's do I want to quit? Yes or no? Got it. I'm sorry. I literally couldn't read that, and that's okay. Hello, Rabbit. How are you? Alright, if I find the robot section, I'll just skip by that one. Because, I saw it. No one can say that I didn't. Alright, so I have to go into one of these things and just go, ah, Jesus! Ah, Christ. Oh, boy. Oh, I'm guessing this is the burning section. Like the way it peels. That's a question. Like the way it peels? Like blistering skin? Not like really. That's what it is. So much heart in that paint. It kept the walls so fine and smooth for so long. Fine and smooth was not what they were meant to be. The heat has things to say about that. Crawling, curling, blackening things. Oh. Oh, I very much like this. Yes. This is delightful. The pinning needles come from the ceiling. It does not seem as if I can be burned, but I want to see if the fire has anything else to tell me. It has been silent for so long, it is only polite that I give it a voice now. Or I hear its voice, finally. Oh! Oh, jeez. Sorry, they look like plants, but they also look like people. Here we are. Has opening doors ever hurt so much? They bite the hand now, glowing and livid, and who knows what's behind them. It won't be what you're expecting, or at least it will look very different. The place doesn't feel quite the same from down there, does it? Making it pretty hard to find your way around. Because you have to crawl to avoid the smoke, and every doorknob is, dangerous. You don't want to go in that room. The ashes are gathering there, holding court, making decisions about what to do with all those photographs of you. The ones of summer, and those friends you don't see anymore. The pool, and the sunset, and that night you snuck into the mall. You're just going to have to give those up, I think. Oh my god. Anything over here? Cool. The heat warps everything, makes it bend and curl and dance. And the grandfather clock makes a different sound now. And the beds are all blazing. Even fire needs to sleep sometime. And it can still kill, even when it does. Ever see anything that violent before? No, I would say not. Down there is good for you. Better for breathing. Even if the floor is hotter than you'd like it to be. The shouting isn't down there, never was, and you can't comb your fingers through the carpet, and it'll teach you old songs of pollen and hair and dust and footsteps and mud. Best to say your goodbyes now. I assume that's a suggestion to leave. And here we are, back in the basement. Have we begun at the same position, I wonder? Yes, I believe so. Okay, so this is the place that we always return to. Understood. So I have to walk into those black, shadowy doorways, and I have to go all the way in them. I have to go in them without fear. I do like how I have the ability to sprint and jump, but like there's no monster chasing me. Yet. Yet, at the very least. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. There we go. Coiled around, caught in time. Oh God! Why? Why? I can't. It was cold. Oh Christ! I can barely read that. It was cold in the mud here, behind the hall building. The mud was different. It moved, trying to hold me. I couldn't see my leg where you'd snapped it, but I could feel it dragging behind me by a tendon. Anything else? Ah, yes, there is more. I remember struggling to breathe and thinking, don't let it get me. I don't want it to get me. I don't know what I thought it was, only that there was something in that tall building or in the mud behind me. Something that lapped at my fur and whispered to me, and I didn't want to be a part of it. But I lost so much blood. I was so tired. Breathing was so hard, and I could feel fluid in my lungs, bubbling each time I panted. The mud was cool, and it promised to be gentle. I guess I must have let it take me down. I remember watching it cover my eyes. And when I went down far enough, I didn't feel mud anymore. It felt like warm water and worms and roots, coiling like rope and slipping through around my thighs and waist and throat. The tendon snapped, and the roots pulled at my leg anyway. Oh boy, alright. I thought, am I being eaten? What is eating me? But it didn't want to eat me. It wanted to claim me, hold me close, and make me part of it. I never saw its face or learned its name, but it was large, and it's a thing that wails under the mud, to taste the blood of dying animals, and seek them out, and carry them here, to the shadow of the tall building. But on the other side of the road, it must be brought. It must have brought you here too. And you must have bled out in the mud somewhere. Funny though, it didn't put me in a cage. But then I never snapped anything. This thing's leg and then left it to die. Anything else? No is acceptable. Got it. Thank you, and goodbye. I got nothing on that one. I can't see shit, Captain. Huh. That story, that little vignette reminded me of the stabbed robot person vignette. Well, obviously it's not a robot person. It's, oh, that's all three. Very well then. No, there are 4. Aren't there? Yes, I haven't been in this one yet. Have I? I don't believe so. Anyway, so it seems like, if it's the machine, I'll just back out. It seems like there's a strange through line between the person who was a machine who got stabbed and the murdered animal who wasn't consumed to be eaten, but simply killed to be claimed, as if to say, I killed this. As if that had any sort of intrinsic value. It doesn't matter. Like, killed to eat. We all need protein. Give me a second. I'm trying to wax philosophical. Do you mind? Thank you. Jesus. But it doesn't feel like a robot person. It feels like someone experiencing some sort of intense disassociation. Hello. Oh no, we're back here at the machine vignette. Yeah, it's the same thing, but thank you for returning it. It's good. It's real fucking good. All right. Okay, so we've been in that one. But it sounds like a tale of not just like intense pain, but also like some level of dissociation. Just like someone who really needs to be in control of their faculties, and someone who really needs to be on the ball right now cannot figure out who themselves is at the worst time. I think that's it. That's fine. Perfectly acceptable. 3 absolutely terrifying scenarios. I mean, that's the thing. Even though this world is terrible, now that we've explored it and we know something of it, it does, in a way, seem less terrifying. At least, if considered to be a place to visit. This place, not so bad to visit, but I would hate to live here.